Top of the line, I give it the news, there's nothing less. The way I deliver the facts, try to do it the best, man, it's button check. Gotta subscribe and telling you that it's button check. You're not tuning to button check.
What is up, Butt Check family? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful day-ish, kind of nighttime now, of buttons that need to be checked. Better late than never. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. Chapters down below. Sub button right there on the race to 77K. We got a lot of hot topics, man. Stuff is definitely popping off, and Cap Cup is right around the corner. But anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about this. And also, real quick, I just wanted to thank y'all for the massive support you've been showing the channel, man. Whether you just watch it, you're on the Patreon, or you just simply rock with the sponsors, it goes a long way. I know it sounds cliche as hell, but just doing that, y'all, makes all of this happen. So I appreciate the massive support. We got a $0 deal going on right now, so we're gonna check those buttons, then get some other buttons. Let's go. Butt Check fam, real talk. You saw the dope products and you saw the little kitty product at the end. That was for my daughter. But the reason why I'm showing that is because Temu is back with a new line. So if you actually put in promo code in the search bar, KBA4673, one more time, KBA 4673, you can shop right now for $0. Right when you sign on, you download the Temu app for free. All the links are down below. Right on the search bar, don't put it in the checkout, put it right off the top so you can see the savings. So it's KBA 4673, and you get to pick a certain amount of items for $0. Then after you make a certain purchase, all of those are yours for free. So I get 3 items that are 100% off. $0. So I got the Thundercats jacket right here, the Goonies jacket. Now these two right here claim for free. I actually got those already, so they're on the way. I'm gonna show them to you guys in about a week or so. I see this quick charge station, which I could always use more outlets in here, especially for filming or my gaming setup. So let me go ahead and claim that. All right, so that's number 1. I don't have this one, so I gotta choose it. This is the Mike Tyson Punch Out shirt. I'm claiming that. So that's gonna be my second one right there. I'm gonna get this Tectobox 4K display port because I could use another one of those. And there we have it. Those are my 3 100% off. I literally just saved over $100 right now with this deal. Legit. KBA 4673 is the code. Even this blowtorch, that's why I showed it in the beginning. I'm getting that as well. My sister actually built this really cool fire pit, her and her husband in their new place, and I was like, this is perfect. Either way, thank you guys, man, for all the support. Thank you for Temu for sponsoring this video. I appreciate the massive love and support, y'all, because honestly, this makes all of this possible. So now let's get back to checking some buttons. Let's go. All right, first up for that Marvel Tōkon appears to be doing everything correct. Buttons that need to be checked. You know, they've been making some updates and letting the people know what's going on. The FGC is singing their praises. We got Maximilian, Sajam, Brian F, and the list goes on. Apparently they made another announcement like yesterday and people are like, shit, they're actually getting it right. So let's get some reactions. Let's go. Right here, starting with the official Tōkon account, they say ground assist can now be used while airborne. Aerial assist only activates at or above peak height of a standard jump. The attack has also been changed to an attack aimed at the ground. In addition, all sub-character attacks, assist attacks, and tags from characters after tagging them out now hit as mid-attacks. Watch the full recap video here, which I'm playing some of it in the background. So we'll get some more of these FGC reactions. I believe we got Maximilian coming up right here saying unblockable's gone, more opportunities to mix up with faster tag and assist options. This seems much, much better. And I think we got Brian F coming up next. So there's a lot, right? Brian F says all amazing changes. They also killed unblockables by making all moves when tagged out hit mid. However, it does make me wonder how we even got 2 betas when active tag unblockables so easy to occur. That's like a fundamental aspect of mechanic you have to handle. Then we got Cloud saying they really said hold my beer and changed basically everything we wanted in like 2 seconds. What a timeline where Arxis listened and made the correct changes. And Sajam says tagged out moves being mids was most needed change for sure. Cole adds saying no further notes, game is saved. Then we got Chris G saying, the more I'm seeing, the more excited I am. I always had faith. And Joe, Eli Joe says, they really are listening. It's crazy. And Supernoon says, yep, we will be gaming. Then you got Roofamonger saying, still a lot of particulars to be figured out, but the one that stands out to me is that all air assists are now air to ground, so everybody has a Vegeta assist now. That will be interesting, LOL. So how you feeling, man? Looks like there is hope for this game. Like I said in the last video, it looked like, you know, people were worried about it. They were like, shit. At one point when we first saw it, we all were like, take our money. Then we were like, ooh, maybe give me that money back because I don't think it's gonna play the way we think it should be played. Now though, they're like, holy shit, they're actually listening. It's like improvement, improvement, and improvement. So everybody's hype. How y'all feeling? Let me know. All right, next up for that MK13, do my ears deceive me? And the whole damn FGC is reacting as well. This one popped off like a day or so ago. So apparently Warner Brothers, I guess they were quoted, and Jeff Keighley posted it as well. They were talking about they're gonna be returning to some of their biggest franchises. So a lot of FGC players, period, just kind of throwing out names. And obviously one of the big names was like either Injustice or MK. MK is on the way. We got reactions and video clips. Let's get it. Right here, starting with Jeff Keighley. He says, Warner Bros. Games will return to some of our biggest franchises in 2027 to 28, says WB Games CEO JB. Is that correct, if I'm saying that correctly? Well, FGC is reacting to that as well. You got some predictions like, all for a new Batman game. You see that a lot. And a lot of them got quite a few likes as well. They talking about they want the Bat back. Give us Injustice 3 as well. And then you got closed multiverses, gutted NetherRealm, killed Suicide Squad in a month, and now they're returning to their biggest franchises like they weren't the ones who left. That one got 51 likes. And Hogwarts 2 better not be live service. I saw that one quite a few times. Then you got multiverses with the prayer hands, and nah, I'm just kidding. Up next, Warner Bros. Games CEO threatens to let NRS make more MK games. All right, so they're having some fun with it. Then Rob right here says, it's the freaking Bat. That one I think has almost 600 likes.
About 2 days ago, Mortal Kombat 13 was softly confirmed by Warner Brothers themselves and also the senior animator of Mortal Kombat, Brad Faucheux. So today, let's discuss the facts and theories about this upcoming game. Are the cameos going to return in Mortal Kombat 13? The fast answer is no, they're not going to come back. We know this for two reasons. Number one, NetherRealm never keeps their gimmick from a previous Mortal Kombat game. It's always something brand new. Mortal Kombat X had variations, and the run mechanic. Mortal Kombat 11 had custom movesets, along with the new meter system and a breakaway. Then Mortal Kombat 1 added the cameo characters. So yeah, every single time NetherRealm reinvents the wheel, which means the cameo characters aren't gonna come back. That's number one. But then number two, many players dislike the cameo system, and I mean vehemently, which is another big reason why Mortal Kombat 13 is not gonna have cameos. For the record though, I'm actually not against the cameo system. I think it took several balance patches to get where it needed to be, but at this point I find the cameos fun in Mortal Kombat 1, but also I understand that most people don't want them to return. Like straight up, we're never gonna have invasions again, certainly not in Mortal Kombat 13. That is confirmed as a fact, it's guaranteed, which is definitely fantastic news. Don't get it twisted, I understood the vision for invasions, I kinda see what NetherRealm was going for, but they tripped at the starting line. Right on their face, complete failure, almost nobody likes invasions. For a short moment, it was fun, but immediately afterwards they ruined it with an update, made all the boss characters super difficult, it became all grindy, yeah, no longer any fun. So that's unfortunate, but the good news is we're not gonna have invasions mode ever again, or at least certainly not in Mortal Kombat 13. They're heavily considering tag team in Mortal Kombat 13, not as the main mode, because that's very hard to balance, and also most Mortal Kombat fans do prefer the typical 1v1 combat. So that's why tag team is just gonna be an option, and don't forget that for Mortal Kombat 1, it was originally gonna be a full tag team game. If you don't believe me, data miners have full access to tag team team mode and have made videos showcasing this unreleased mode. That's right, deep in the files of Mortal Kombat 1, there is a tag team mode. Now, it's not finished, it's not polished, but still it's there, which proves NetherRealm was working on tag team at one point for Mortal Kombat 1. And they learned quite a lot in this process, so chances are it's going to return in Mortal Kombat 13, a full tag team mode. It's just not going to be the main mode, something fun on the side.
This Mortal Kombat game should not be given a number. I think that they should do what the 3D era games did, where they gave them naming conventions. You had Deadly Alliance, you had Deception, you had Armageddon, you had Shaolin Monks, sort of things like that, where it's like a fresh start, but we also know that it's the 13th version of the game. I mean, when Deadly Alliance came out, it was called Deadly Alliance, but we knew it was Mortal Kombat 5. So I don't think people are so stupid they won't be able to work it out, but I do think, just in terms of like Mortal Kombat's reputation, a naming convention rather than a number would be better. NRS needs to abandon the new timeline. The new timeline was just a mistake. I can respect a developer for trying something new. Now, Mortal Kombat is a legacy franchise. It's been around for a very long time. So I am not mad at them for trying something new. And I understand the logic of having a franchise that is older than most of its player base and saying, we're going to try and spice things up. We're going to try and get with the times, even though it was silly what they did. And we're going to try and change it up. I don't hate them for that, but unfortunately, the execution was not good. Do not continue with the new timeline and do not continue with some of these new characters. Like I said, I understand you tried something new, but people do not like gender swaps and they do not like race swaps. I want my original Sector, I want my original Cyrax. I do not want to see female versions of them. And by that same token, I don't want a male version of Sonya Blade or Kitana. It just doesn't need to happen. You have established characters there. You have legacy characters. You have some of the most popular characters that have ever existed. There is absolutely no reason to take a risk.
All right, let's stop right there. I agree with that point. There's a lot of content creators out there, they got certain opinions. Obviously, I don't agree with all of them. I know you guys don't agree with all the nonsense I'd be spewing sometimes. But when Mike says that right there, I remember so much blowback when they were like, yo, why are we gender swapping? You have stuff that works. Don't make the guy or my character, my main, a woman now. And it has nothing to do with sexism. It's just, this is my main character. Can I just get my main character? I did think that was dumb as hell. I did. And like he was saying, on the opposite end, I don't want a male version of Sonya or Jade or anything like that. Just keep everybody who they are. Create new characters, fine, but just stop with the gender swapping or the race swapping, anything like that.
Especially now, in this very volatile state that Mortal Kombat is in, you already have a blueprint there that works. Just go with it. If you have the base roster be successful, then you can take some risks. But in the lead up during the marketing, why even bother when you have cash cows right there? And for the love of God, like I said earlier, do not pick stupid characters for your main roster. You have got iconic character after iconic character after iconic character. The fact that you left Jax and Sonya, Kano, whoever else, off the main roster in Mortal Kombat 1 is laughable to me. I don't know whose decision that was, but whoever's decision it was, you need to have a coming to Jesus meeting with them. You have so many sick characters. Don't take chances. If you want to take chances, do it with the DLC. Make sure your core roster has those characters we all know. Scorpion, Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Shao Kahn, Reptile, Shang Tsung. Hell, you could throw Goro in there, Sonya Blade, Kitana, Jade, Melina. You have so many good characters. Give us 24 of your iconic Mortal Kombat characters. You know what? Don't even make any new characters for the initial roster. Give us what works and then take your risks afterwards, because we can't really afford any more fuck-ups with Mortal Kombat. I know Mortal Kombat 11 sold 15 million copies, but the sentiments towards that game at the tail end of its life were not good. And the less said about Mortal Kombat 1, the better.
So how do y'all feel about that sentiment? Two things he said right there. He was like, give us the base roster, give us our favorites, and if you want to take chances, you could do it with the DLC, but give us what we want or what works first. I always think of the argument that we have in the Street Fighter community when it comes to the World Warriors, because I've seen that debate multiple times. I've even had it on Button Check where people are like, we've outgrown the World Warriors. We do not need them anymore in Street Fighter, at least All of them. We give us a couple, but we don't need all of them. I'm from the old school train of thought where I guess I would agree with what Mike's saying in the MK community, where I'm like, I want the World Warriors. I want the OGs. I think we should all have them because we've grown up playing this game and there's so many people that main these characters. I think, this is gonna sound ridiculous, but like 98% of the cast from Ultra Street Fighter 4, like put them in there, you know, like a lot of us grown attached to them, we're yearning for our mains. If we could just keep rocking and just have all these characters, obviously, perfect world, easier said than done, will never happen. But I just hate how when we go to a new version of the game, a lot of us don't get that connection because we don't bond with the new character. We don't see our main, and there's this weird sense of like, I'm not really vibing with like anybody in this game, so it almost makes me not want to play the game. And I think that's what Mike's kind of saying in a sense here. But do you guys feel that way? If anybody's from the NRS community watching this, do y'all feel that way too? Where you think you've outgrown the base roster and you disagree with Mike and you're like, nah, I think we're past that. Let's go for some new blood rather than just keep repeating the original cast. I don't know. I just think we should always have them and then we should build off of it. And to me, I fell in love with 4. I really did. And I know I'm kind of stuck in that era, but anyway, that's just me. But the last thing he said is, MK, NRS can't afford to have another flop. You guys should do this, this, and that. You need to get it right. I know that they sold like 50 million plus, but you really need to make this one hit. That one, I feel indifferent. I was actually talking to my cousin about it earlier today, and I was like, I don't think NRS thinks anything like us. I don't think, this is gonna sound, you let me know, right? I don't think they give a shit about what the FGC really thinks at the end of the day or what esports thinks about them at the end of the day, because they make their bread, they outsell, they make so much freaking money. That's why people are always looking at them like, y'all can have like dope ass circuits, you can sink some of that money back in there. They don't care because they don't need it. They're casuals, sell the absolute shit out of this game and they have success, even their movie. Success after success. Now they might not have like the respect as far as like Street Fighter or Legacy, especially for some of the recent titles I'm talking about, because a lot of them have a 2-year lifespan. But even with that, they're still making their money. I know they have some ties with the FGC and obviously they talk to us and they throw little tournaments and stuff like that. I get it. I'm not saying like they totally don't care about us and they're just dicks. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying they know what they're worth and they know like, okay, here's where the money comes, here's where the money goes, and this is all we really need to do. So when we all group up on this side and say, hey, it better not be this and it better not be that, I honestly, like, they probably take that with a grain of salt, because whatever they're doing, even though it's not making sense to us, the shit works when it comes to some money. Do you agree or disagree? And definitely just one more time, Buttcheck family, definitely let me know how you are feeling. It just feels like it's a good time to be FGC. Also a weird time, because we got some whole other stuff going on. Cap Cup is around the corner, pay-per-view. I feel like we need to do an episode. What's gonna happen? Y'all gonna watch it? I'm gonna ask that every day until it happens. I think it starts Wednesday. I'm very close to purchasing that mug and just, I want to see what's going on behind the closed door and report it back to y'all, but I'm conflicted. Either way, thank y'all. I'm not conflicted about y'all. Thank y'all for stopping in, checking these buttons. I will see you tomorrow. As always, I don't know what it is, but I know somehow, some way, it's about to get better. Love y'all forever. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.